Hi everyone, welcome to Slow English Learning Podcast. You are attending a session here at Skillfident English Academy, and I'm your mentor Namita. Here in these online classes, we try to work on a lot of self learning techniques to build fluency in English, to overall improve our personality and at the same time boost our confidence to speak in public or to simply appear for interviews or just speak English with a lot of confidence. Similarly, today also we are going to try this slow English learning technique to speak English more fluently. So let's take a very simple topic for the day. What you have to do is simply practice speaking with me. Consider it as a shadowing practice. Since we are practicing slow English learning, so it won't be difficult for you to understand what I'm saying. Just speak along with me. Today, we are going to talk about 10 simple changes that you must make in your English self learning practice. I know you have been trying to speak in English for a very long time. You have been working on improving your English speaking skills for many months or years, but you still don't feel confident enough. Today, we are going to talk about the changes that are must. Maybe you are trying very hard, but maybe there are certain things where you need to change your way of learning. So, the very first change, and this might be the thing where you are lacking a little. Let's talk about commitment first. When you are learning English on your own, especially here we talk about self learning. So, when you're learning on your own, you have to commit to habits. You have to make commitment to practices. You have to commit to routines, to rituals that are very significant for your spoken English fluency growth. You might be able to speak a few sentences that you were able to speak 6 months back. But do you see a growth? Do you think that you're improving? If not, then you have to commit to certain rituals, to certain routines, certain way of practice which you have to do every single day, even when you don't want to. There will be time when you'll feel a little lazy. There will be moments when you would just want to procrastinate. We are not going to do that. We are going to practice speaking every day. Form a routine where you work on habits like reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Like right now, you're listening to the Slow English podcast. You're trying to speak along with me. So, somewhere listening and speaking are happening, but I would still want you to read something for 15-20 minutes afterwards or before bed and write down some nice things about the day, the new things that you've learned. Journal every day. These are the habits which you have to form if you really want to build good spoken English skills. You have to learn vocabulary and phrases every day. Something new. If not 10, 15, 3 or 4 new words, 3 or 4 new phrases. And you have to practice speaking them in sentences, not just learning, not just grabbing them from somewhere. Practice speaking them also. This should be a part of your daily routine. Similarly, you have to plan your day every day. And at the same time, by the end of the day, you have to express how the day went. It should be a routine. The moment you wake up, you're getting freshen up for the day, you are getting ready, taking a shower. Keep speaking about what you're going to do throughout the day. You're going for work, you're going to college, you're going to meet a friend, it's a holiday, you're going shopping. Speak up, keep planning. And at the same time, by the end of the day, Tell yourself how the day was. Just a basic expression, how the day went for you. It should be a part of your routine. You have to do it every day. And this is something that you can do even on the weekends. It is as simple as that. Remember, my dear learners, that your commitment is the only thing that will make you fluent. Don't give up until you start feeling confident. There would be moments when you just want to give up. Don't give up. Stay there, stick to the routine, and ultimately you'll feel very confident. Confident to speak in public, confident to present yourself in front of a group of people, maybe some interviews or a presentation in your office. So that confidence is important. Now, commitment was the first thing. Now, the second thing is very important. Now, listen to this one very carefully. Allow yourself to feel your feelings, your emotions, without labeling them as wrong, bad, or negative. We are taught right from the childhood that certain things are bad. When boys cry, we always say, "Oh, why are you crying like girls?" It is labeled as something very bad. Boys should not cry. No, don't label your feelings. Allow yourself to feel everything. This is a change that you have to make. Why am I saying that? Now, what happens is that your inner voice, as I said, that there is a childhood conditioning which has told us that this is bad, this is not right, this feeling is not appropriate. We tend to give in to these emotions and we say that these are negative. Now, what will happen? Your inner voice will tell you that you're not speaking English well. Listen to it. So what? I'm not speaking English well now, but I can always improve. I can always speak better if I stick to my habits, routines, and practices. So just listen to your voice without labeling that, oh my God, this is wrong. I should always be speaking well. No, you're at the beginner's level. You have the scope of improvement. Similarly, your mother tongue might interfere with your English pronunciation, which is absolutely normal. People from different states have different dialects, different languages, different accents. So it is natural that they interfere in the initial stages. But you can always work on your MTI. It can be removed, it can be improved, and you should not feel ashamed of your mother tongue. Your mother tongue is your first language. Be proud of it. Your focus should be on speaking correct English. Your focus should be on speaking good vocabulary and to be grammatically correct. Most important thing is your confidence. Mother tongue doesn't define your English at all, and it can always be improved. Now, you will most of the times end up comparing yourself with others because we all have grown up with a lot of comparisons. We were compared to our siblings, to our friends, to our cousins. So we have learned that comparison is a basic thing. When you compare, then you feel less. Sometimes you feel inferior. It's okay. Let it be. In those moments when you're comparing yourself with other people and you're feeling small, tell yourself that we all have different journeys. We all have different stories. We all have different pain and different struggles. Wherever we are, whatever we are struggling with is because of our backgrounds, because of our childhood traumas, because of our journeys, because of our backgrounds, a lot of things. Some of us come from abusive families. Some of us have had very supportive parents. So all of us will have different journey, different financial backgrounds, different situations. So it's okay. If your mind is making comparisons, tell it that we are different. And the last thing is that you must allow yourself to make mistakes while you're speaking. We are all humans, all of us, and each one of us have different areas of improvement. Maybe there are people who can cook very well but cannot speak good English. There are people who can speak very good English but cannot cook their own food. They are dependent on restaurants and other eating outlets or having a cook, a maid in their house who will cook for them. So, yeah, your area is English. So, today's writing task for all of you is write down at least five of those things where you feel you are good at. Can you cook good food? Can you make nice paintings? Do you sing well? Which musical instrument can you play? Can you write poetry? Are you a good dancer? Are you somebody who keeps your surroundings very neat, tidy, and organized? Something like that. So, write all the things which you are good at and then tell yourself that my area of improvement is English. So what? Everybody has to improve somewhere. I'll improve in English. Doesn't matter. All right. Now, after giving all the permissions in the second point, let's move on to the third point. Now, you have to start paying attention to your English fluency needs. As we talked about, each one's journey is different, each individual is different. So, everybody has a different need for English fluency, and you have to discover different ways of meeting all those needs. Somebody would be very much struggling with pronunciation. Somebody might have grammar issues. Somebody might not be able to use good vocabulary. So you have to just figure out different ways of meeting your different needs. Biggest area of improvement for you can be pronunciation. For you, it can be lack of words, like you have a lot in your mind, and while speaking, you just fall short of words. It can be confidence. You know English, you know vocabulary, you can pronounce things well, but confidence is something which just stops you. You're not confident enough. That needs to be addressed differently. You know, some people feel that they don't have time for practicing. They watch videos, they work on their English, but they don't speak more. Find your area, your needs, and then make sure that you address them to improve. And if you need some external help, then I have my classes. You can write an email to me if you want to join my sessions, one on one sessions, or group classes where I can provide you with more guidance and more support to improve your English in a better way. Now, you have to trust yourself in the process. When you're addressing your needs, when you're addressing your areas of improvement, you have to trust yourself. Trust yourself that you are your best mentor. So, nobody else knows your development areas better than you yourself. You know where you're lacking. You know where you need improvement. Don't shy away from yourself. Be your mentor. Teach yourself good English using so much of free material that is already there. Use them. Use books. Use YouTube. Use podcasts, audiobooks. Enough for you. Remember that we are all different people. In school, when you were a part of a class of 40 students, did you notice that every student has their own interest? You know, somebody is into sports, somebody is into singing, playing musical equipment, somebody is into dancing, somebody is into oratory. People are different. So, it was all about that. And even in academics, you'll notice that people had different favorite subjects. So some people felt that, you know, language is my favorite subject. Some people had English as their favorite subject. Some had social science as their favorite science. Mathematics was the least favorite of many of us. So, on the basis of their favorites, they scored marks. So, tell yourself that people are different. If they were different in school, now as you are an adult, Definitely, you are a different person, so you have different English learning needs. It's okay. You can learn by paying attention to your needs. Your why, why you're learning English will define that how you can design your English learning curriculum. If you decide that why am I learning English, then you can decide your curriculum. You're learning English to be a good speaker, just a good public speaker. You're learning it because you want to crack an interview, you want to get a job, you want to move abroad, or you want to teach English. What is your area? Figure that why out. If you know that why, you can design your curriculum for your self learning. If you're a home manager, you want to be a smart home manager. You want to teach your children when you go to their PTMs, you want to be that smart mommy. That can be your area. You have to define your goal. So tell yourself that why you are learning English, it will help you design it better. And that's what we are aiming for. Let's move on to the fourth change that you have to make. Now, there will be times when you will not feel good enough and you'll fail. You would maintain a routine for a week and then you won't be able to continue. In those times, let yourself start over and over again as often as needed. We will fall down, we will flunk, many things will happen. Get up and start over again. If a routine breaks, if whatever break happens, suppose there is a wedding in the family and for a week, for 10 days, you haven't been able to practice, or something bad has happened, or you have had some health issues. Here in North India, Delhi, we have terrible pollution issues. So I was suffering from a lot of cough and cold. Everybody here is. So these are the days when we need to take a break. We have to take a break sometimes because of the workload, the office work, or whatever. There are emergencies or any event. It's okay. Take that break. Routines will break, rituals will break. There will be a pause. Just come back and start again. Simply come back and start again. Start over. That should be a mantra that no matter what happens, I will start again. Break shouldn't mean an end. Break is not full stop. It should be a comma. Okay. Now, there is a factor called feel good. Feeling good is very important, and we pay least attention to this. You have to have that feel good that when you come back, when you have started over again, you'll feel that, okay, I'm on the path of accomplishing something. So the feel good is very important. If you failed and you've completely stopped trying, then you'll miss out on that feel good factor. Give yourself a chance to feel good. So if you want to feel accomplished, that you're achieving something, come back, start over again. Take a break, pause, and restart. That's it. Giving up is very easy. I know you know that. But persistence is the key to build real confidence. Some people might not speak very good English, but they have great confidence. And you have any idea where that confidence comes from? It comes from their persistence because they've never left trying. They're persistent with their practice. They're persistent with reading. They're persistent with writing journals. They're persistent with taking free sessions, which we provide here uh, at Skillfident Academy. So, yes, giving up is always easy. Persistence takes effort. Please, my dear learner, put that effort and bounce back whenever you feel that you're left behind and it's your journey. You decide your pace, you decide your timings. If you're free early in the morning, you don't have too many things to do, choose that time. You're free in the afternoons, choose that time. You can spare some half an hour, 45 minutes before going to bed, choose that time. But bounce back. So note this down. Bounce back. It should be the word of the day. You're going to bounce back no matter what. You'll take a break and you will always bounce back, right? Okay, let's move on to the fifth change that we are going to make. This is about permission. You must give yourself permission to rest. You must give yourself permission to take breaks, as we have talked about, and you have to give yourself some downtime. Self learning, especially because this is what I preach here on Skillfident Academy, can be overwhelming. So, taking a break to refresh is important. Sometimes, as we discussed in the last point, breaks happen due to events, due to emergencies, family functions, a lot of reasons, health issues. But taking a break because you're exhausted is equally important. So, a deliberate break is okay. You have to give yourself permission to rest. Take a break. If it is just so suffocating that, it is overwhelming, take a break. Spending too much time listening to others can also lead to comparisons and it can make you develop a lot of inferiority complex. So, when you are exhausting yourself by watching a lot of other learners speak, here on Skillfident Academy, I'm a mentor, I'm a qualified coach. I'm teaching you with a lot of experience. I'm a teacher, I'm not a learner who is coming here and practicing. But when you listen to a lot of people just practicing speaking, it can be very, very exhausting. It can just, make you feel inferior that this learner has been speaking for past 1 year and they've improved and I cannot. Don't listen too much to people. It will just make you get into comparisons. We don't want that. So, to avoid that, we have to do things away from technology for some time. Keep this phone aside for some time. Spend time with books. And it is it is a different world. The books, the moment you open a book, you're opening a gateway to a different fun world of learning English. So just keep the phone aside sometimes, not watch other people, just take a deep dive into the books. Something which is not related to English. Open a physical dictionary, something which is not related to English learning in your phone, technology. Spending time away from technology can actually help you learning English better. People will tell you that chat GPT and all of that, more of AI, more of these things will help you. But if you have faith and if you're with me for quite some time, you will know that you can speak real good English with a lot of confidence away from technology by using those traditional methods. Okay? So it's okay. Taking break from technology is important, just like your body, your mind also needs some rest. Just listen to it. This whole phone, laptop, your television screen are too much because even the television screens are, we have smart TVs now, so they are actually too much, very exhausting. Your eyes start to hurt. Your mind, with all those short clips, reels and shorts, what you watch, scrolling through them, it can be too much for the body and mind to take. Take rest, take time away from technology. That's very important. Let's move on to the sixth point, and it is something which I truly, truly believe in, and I keep telling this to all my learners. Use a lens of curiosity, a lens of knowledge enhancement while learning English. If you're just thinking of speaking English fluently, if you're all about grammar, you know, where to fit which verb and which tense and what, then it can be very, very tiring. But when you look at it from the lens of curiosity, and when you look at it as a form of enhancing your knowledge, it can be great. So don't make it a burden. If you're too much into English, vocabulary, phrases, grammar, pronunciation, then it'll be a burden. When you do it because you're learning something new, you like it more. And this is what happens with everyone. You end up liking it more. Do it because you know that it will open many opportunities for you. Do it because you know that if you learn new vocabulary, if you read more books, if you polish your phrases, it will make you confident in life. It will help you get a good job. It will help you get a promotion in your office. It will help you move abroad if you are appearing for IELTS or any such exam. Reading books will work on enhancing your imagination. If you learn it with the idea of learning something new, just being curious, then it'll be magical. Now, overall knowledge, if you're working on gaining knowledge, then it will give you enough ground to speak about any topic. If you have knowledge about politics, if you have knowledge about sports, if you have knowledge about the new cuisines that are gaining popularity, like Korean food is very popular in India nowadays, and things like sushi and all of that. If you have knowledge about what all is happening inside uh, the world, you're staying in South India, but you know that North Indians are facing a lot of pollution issues, then you're being able to speak on any topic. So that's why I say that work on enhancing your knowledge. Just stay curious that you want to learn something new. While learning English, pick up topics and read about those things which can actually make you learn more. Not English, just know more about the world. That's how, in the process, English learning will also happen. All right, let's move on to seventh point. This is something which nobody tells you. Make a change. You have been very harsh on yourself till now. Make a change where you will practice self forgiveness for not being perfect, for forgetting words, for forgetting sentences, for forgetting grammar structures, for feeling difficulty with pronunciation because of your mother tongue or any other issue, for getting off track sometime. You know, you started writing a journal and then you just missed writing it for 5 days. Get back, jump, and pick it up again. Practice self forgiveness. Whenever we are trying to build a new skill, we become very harsh with ourselves. We don't forget ourselves easily for not doing things as they are to be done. Tell yourself that perfect language doesn't exist in current times. We're all using mix and match of languages. A Russian will speak English in a completely different manner. An Indian will speak it in a different way. Somebody who's from China will speak it differently. A Japanese person would speak it differently. So we have included a lot of words from different languages, and whatever we are speaking these days, whatever English, because English is a global language, it is all a mix and match of different words, different sentences. So there is nothing called perfect English anymore. As it's a dynamic world, people get to travel a lot more through social media, through mediums like YouTube. You get to see many cultures. So we are picking up a lot of stuff from all across the world, and that's why it's a mix and match. Don't be hard on yourself to do this thing perfectly. We can only strive to be better, better tomorrow than today, better day after tomorrow than tomorrow. Just we are working on betterment, no perfection at all. We're just practicing getting better. We are not aiming to be perfect. Whenever you forget a word, you forget a grammar structure, tell yourself that forgetting is normal. People forget. We must have enough storage in our memory bank to use close alternatives. And that is why I say keep practicing, reading more. If you're listening to good English speakers, if you're listening to real English teachers, mentors, and guides, then you will always know alternatives. You will not just stick to one word and try to just think about it, oh, what that word was. Have enough alternatives in your memory bank. That's it. You will never fall short of word. So choose trainers, proper trainers to learn English. I think you have listened to a lot of English practitioners. Now it's high time that you choose a trainer for yourself who's basically certified, who's qualified, an expert, who can tell you how the real learning happens, who can guide you, who's a real English teacher basically. So that can actually shape up your self learning curriculum in a real good manner. So choose proper English teachers, proper English trainers, certified mentors, the experts who are not learning and practicing here, who are here to literally teach you. This is their profession. Okay, teaching English is a profession too. So I do conduct paid classes and I do give you free sessions here also. So that's absolutely normal, right? Okay, now the eighth point is that we all have some basic needs. Life is not about just speaking English fluently with a lot of confidence. There are other needs, some basic needs that we all have, like getting enough sleep, like staying hydrated, like moving your body, because we have developed a lot of um, sedentary lifestyle issues, all of us. We sit a lot in front of our screens. Our jobs demand a lot of sitting. So, most of us, almost all of us, have a sedentary lifestyle these days. We have to do things where we are getting enough movement in the body. There are things like eating healthy and eating mindfully. There's a very important need of all the humans, that is spending time in the nature. So if you are just, revolving only around English, speaking English fluently, learning more English and doing this, and you're not taking care of basics, sleep, food, hydration, movement, then this can be taking toll on a lot of aspects of your life, your mind, your body, your spirituality, everything. Technology can be impacting too much to our physical health, and it is taking away hours from our sleep. It is taking away the benefits which food will have if we eat it without a screen in front. We are not exercising enough. I read this small phrase somewhere where it said that movement is medicine, and I had written it and I speak it every day just to tell myself that I have to move a lot more, if not 10,000 steps. I have to accomplish at least 8,000, right? So, yes, these things are important. Technology will only keep us glued to itself. There is so much going on: long format videos, movies, series, shorts, reels, games, audiobooks, podcasts, whatnot. It'll keep us engaged and it will tell us not to do anything else but just watch, consume, entertain. If your mind and body are well coordinated, you can achieve your goals easily. If your mind is nowhere close to your body, you are just stuffing your belly with unhealthy food, then you're not going anywhere. We have to develop a coordination between our mind and body. That's why it's very important to spend time in the nature without our phones, just we and nature. Because when we are in nature, we simply observe. It is magical. You look at the flowers which are just blossoming. You look at those green leaves. Look at the plants being so happy when the sun rises. In night, many flowers just fold back, and you just observe and express it in your own words. Go to nature. This can be a wonderful English practice. Go to a garden, a park nearby. If you have a terrace where you have a lot of plants, trees, just observe. This is magical. You think that AI is magical, then probably have not explored nature enough. It is magical. The hills, the mountains, the ocean, magical. Just look at everything. Express what you're feeling. This can be the best practice. Practice in nature. I think today's takeaway should be this. Today's session is all about practice in nature without technology. Write it down somewhere and tell yourself that you're going to spend the maximum time in nature. That can be best. Now, self care is the crux of this whole thing, which I was telling you that you should take care of your basic needs. Self care means that you value yourself, that you value your goals and your targets. You are somebody who feels that you're important. You don't depend on your friends and your family to tell you that you're important. You know that you're important. So just keep working for it. Tell yourself that you value this body, you value this mind, you value your emotions. All right, let's move on to the ninth point, and this is a change which you must make. You should start spending quality time with yourself. Phones, I know, are taking away a lot of time. Apart from that, you spend a lot of time with your friends, family members who ultimately exhaust you, who are not even very pleasant. Their presence is not the best thing, but we ignore ourselves a lot more in the process. Spend time with yourself. Why is it so important? Is because getting to know who you are underneath who you think you should be is the key. You want to be a certain person, you idolize someone, you like their traits, their personality, you want to be like them. But then there is a reality that you have certain things, you have some habits which are not helping you become a better person, is something else. So you have to fill that gap. And for that, you have to work deliberately, like writing journals. And this can be the best quality time which you can spend yourself. Here, you can express yourself. Write journals about your feelings, emotions, how the day went by, what did you feel. Apart from this writing activity, your self talk is a great tool to reshape your beliefs about yourself. There are so many negative inner voices in your head which tell you that you're not enough, you cannot do this, you are a failure, which makes you feel inferior. Your self talk will bring you out of those shackles in your mind. You'll reshape the belief where your parents, your mentors told you that you can't do it. Spend a lot of time with yourself, talking about yourself. And that's why I always insist that it is so significant to spend time away from phones, laptops, and TV screens to connect with our own self. We know wherever we go, we ask Wi Fi password because immediately we want to connect to Wi Fi, we want to connect Bluetooth. But what about the connection with ourselves? It's so important that we connect with ourselves, and for that, we should just spend some time away from our phones and laptops. I can't insist this enough. It's so important that you switch the internet off and spend time in nature with books, with yourself. Who you are and who you want to be is only a choice away. And for that, you have to make the right choices. You want to be something and you are something else. Make right choices and you'll be there. Nobody can stop you. That's the only difference. Just fill that gap and be the person you want to be. That's a very important change which you need to make. So start spending time with yourself, connect with yourself. Now, this brings me to the last point for the day. As I promised you, we'll be talking about 10 things. The last change is something which each one of you should make. Make yourself a priority in your own life. Remind yourself that you are worthy of being shown up for yourself. Just like you show up for your family and friends, similarly, you have to show up for yourself. Otherwise, you will always have excuses for not working on yourself or not improving your skills, not just English. Um, Skills like healthy eating, having a great body, healthy body, and other skills like learning painting and other art form. You will always have excuses. If you make yourself a priority, you'll value yourself more, you'll do things for your self improvement. Your skills enhancement will be the of the supreme importance in your life. It is something you must do. Somebody or some other task will always be more important than your English practice. It is always going to happen. A friend has called and you have to meet them, or watching a movie or a series, watching reels for 2 3 hours. Everything will be more important than learning English now. You have to decide, do you value yourself enough to choose English practice over watching reels? This you have to decide. I always talk about self learning, my dear learners. So, self learning demands you to be your own priority. And you have to decide your own curriculum, your own activities, your own timelines, your own deadlines, your own goals. You have to decide your areas of improvement, your needs, everything. So it is a demanding task. You are your own mentor, so you have to spend time. You can't be just serving other people and catering to everything else around you, but this won't happen. Stop feeling less than others because of your background. If you come from a non English speaking family, then you can't speak in English. No, you still deserve to be fluent. You can still be very smart and confident just like others. You just have to shut that inner voice down. That just because my family cannot speak doesn't mean that I cannot speak too. I can speak well. I will be smart enough. I will be confident enough is something that I can do, something that you have to tell yourself. And for that, you have to make yourself a priority. You have to tell yourself that you're a very important person. You keep giving importance to other people, the relatives who just pull your leg. There are so many toxic people around us, and we keep giving them importance. In the process, we just leave ourselves behind. Don't do that. Make yourself a priority. You're important and you can be very, very fluent. So, this was a session where we practiced slow learning. I hope you're being able to speak with me. I hope you've noted down all the 10 points, all the 10 changes that you make. And this whole session has helped you learn English in a better way. Good vocabulary, good phrases, nice sentences. So, my best wishes are always with you. There are so many playlists already in the description box. There are hundreds of videos. You can revisit them and learn English, because this is a channel where you don't get English practice sessions. These are proper English lessons. There are some free courses also. So, you can join them, attend the sessions, and you can contact me for other classes. And I'll see you in my next session. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye bye for now.